Hey guys, I'm ready to record today, so... What are you guys doing?
Magikarp Jump.
Me too! Magikarp Jump.
Magikarp Jump. So, Cam introduced me to this wonderful little time waster the other day. And it's a game that I've been hooked on ever since.
Yeah, if you haven't played or heard of Magikarp Jump, it's an iOS and Android game. Download for free, officially from the Pokemon Company.
Right. That was the thing that I was nervous about at first because everybody was talking about it on Facebook. I was like, oh, it's probably some knockoff, you know.
No, it's the real deal.
It's the real deal.
Came out, honestly, to very little fanfare. I hadn't heard about it. I, hadn't seen any advertisement for it anywhere. But I saw an article about it, and so I decided, let me try that out.
Yeah.
And it's one of the best time wasters I think I've ever played in my life.
It's the best phone game I've ever played. It's the most polished phone game I've ever played. It's the most just succinct. Like it's one of those where, you can do certain things in certain time frames. However, it doesn't make you wait a whole day in order to do something.
Yeah.
You get a nice chunk of time to play, and then just a little bit of time for cooldown.
I think that's one of the good things about this game is the sense of progression, at least so far. And I'm a lot further in the game than you. Like
yes.
I have maybe 3 or 4 days advantage on your start. The progression still seems good. Like nothing seems too far away.
There's no big wall there.
Yeah, nothing.
That's good.
Nothing seems impossible. For instance, and so basically how the game works. Let's start with that.
Yeah,
Start with the basics. It's a pet sim / time waster. If you've ever played any of those games where you have to feed fish, that's essentially what you do.
It's almost an aquarium simulator, but you only have one.
You only have one at a time. You get your Magikarp, you feed it, and then you battle it against other Magikarp in jumping contests. As ridiculous as that sounds.
It sounds entirely ludicrous.
It is. I mean, it is.
It is entirely ludicrous. But it's a real game.
I mean, you literally, you don't even carry it in a Pokeball. You literally walk around with your Magikarp either bouncing around on the ground, or you take it and you have it in your arms.
That's the first time I saw the trainer take it and literally just throw it, and then it just flops. Oh my god. That was the funniest thing I had seen in a long time.
I mean, it's great. And, you jump it, and if your Magikarp jumps the highest, you win.
You progress.
You get money, and you buy upgrades for better food or better training. Oh, the training. Let's get to the training.
Oh, the training's great.
Is absolutely ridiculous. You have a Magikarp either, hitting a punching bag over and over again, or hitting a jump counter.
Trying to blow up a balloon.
Right.
Smacking against a Dwebble.
Yeah.
Just flopping against it.
Knocking down trees.
Yeah.
It's as ridiculous as it sounds. But like I said, the sense of progression is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because you get to watch the bar increase, a bit every time.
Exponentially sometimes.
Yeah. Each Magikarp has their own pattern. There's a pattern dex. Apparently there's a couple, there's a dozen or so patterns of Magikarps
Right.
to find in the game.
Yeah, including shiny.
Including shiny, which I don't have, but he's gotten 2 so far.
I've had 2. My wife has had 2. I know somebody else who has gotten 1 at least, so they're out there.
They're there, and yet
Poor
I
Cam.
have yet to. I mean, mostly I've gotten regular ones, but even
Right.
so, you get a basic pattern, and then as you play, it grows and it can evolve into a different pattern.
Right. So just because you get a standard carp doesn't mean it's going to stay a standard carp
carp,
its
right.
entire life.
You get, a special looking regular one.
Right.
Like, have you gotten a Skelly?
Yes, the Skelly, and it evolved from a normal looking one.
Yes.
So
It's a normal looking Magikarp that evolves into having a skeleton looking pattern on that, which is, I mean, it's really neat.
I like it.
And you
I think
get
it's cool.
rewarded with diamonds. That's the
Yeah.
that's the big currency. And
That's the paid for currency.
right. Yes, it is. It does have microtransactions. But one of the things that I pointed out to you before you even started the game,
Right.
is that the game tells you as you're loading it, hey, you don't have to use these microtransactions. And if you're young, it encourages you to make sure you ask your parents. It says, go ask mom and dad
Right.
if it's okay before you start buying stuff here, which is a nice little
It's really smart.
change from,
Yeah, because
normal.
I mean, looking at other app games like Angry Birds or
right. They're like, hey, buy
Candy
our
Crush,
stuff.
please, yeah, please throw your wallets at them. We've all heard the stories about kids blowing $1,200.
Yeah, on their
This
credit card.
exactly. This game is not that game.
Right, and especially since paying money doesn't really give you an advantage. It just makes you grow faster,
Right.
which you can do anyway.
Yeah.
And if you know you're going to fail, you just go ahead and fail because your next Magikarp is always going to be better than your last.
Exactly, and that's one of my favorite parts about it. Is that, like you said, you mentioned there's a real sense of progression every single carp you get.
Every single one.
Because every single one after the one that you just had is going to be better no matter what. Doesn't matter if you lose one of your Magikarp, if one of your Magikarp get eaten, which can happen.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You're always going to get a better carp every time.
Yes. So let's talk about this. Getting your Magikarp eaten.
Yes.
It doesn't explicitly say eaten, but you do lose your Magikarp. Your Magikarp can die.
Multiple ways.
And I think this is one of the... It's interesting that they express it explicitly like that. Like,
Yeah.
oh, no, it's over for your Magikarp.
Yeah. It's gone.
Gone. It's gone. It's not coming back.
And the game is funny because it immediately pushes you to the next one.
Yeah.
It says,
it's
well,
like,
that's part of life.
that's it.
Here's your next one.
The first time, because the article I read explicitly stated that, I guess that was kind of it's not really a spoiler. I mean,
Nah.
They pretty much tell you what you're getting into.
Oh, yeah.
For example, the one that gets your Magikarp eaten, or explicitly
Taken from you.
taken from you. There's a tree full of berries that your Magikarp can partake of. And they ask you, do you want to tell Magikarp to jump for it? Do you want to try for it? And if you say yes, they even warn you again. They're like, haven't you heard of flying too close to the sun? Are
Yeah.
you sure you want to do this?
The game explicitly warns you.
It's like, do you really? And you can say yes, and if you get that berry, it powers you up a lot.
It does.
A lot.
Or,
Or Pidgeotto could literally grab your Magikarp out of the air and fly away. And your trainer's just standing there like...
yeah, with a little teardrop
Just-
going down like, what just happened?
And then you have to watch a sad montage of your character walking back to the Magikarp farm
It's
to fish up another one.
it's very real.
It's very real.
It doesn't play games.
It's not pull punches. It's like, I could go for that big boost. But,
Or you could lose your carp.
yeah.
Now, you'll still get a better carp in the long run.
Absolutely. But, if you had a shiny carp that you named and
Right.
you've been training for like a day and a half and you're ready to take on the league and you lose it,
And you get greedy.
you get greedy. That's it. Or my favorite one I guess I shouldn't spoil all of them. We'll just leave it at the Pidgeotto one.
Yeah,
That was-
let them experience.
That was fantastic. Another thing that you get in the game that I think is really, really great is that you get the support of other Pokemon.
Yes.
Pretty much right from the beginning, you get a Pikachu, of course, because it's the mascot for Pokemon.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
But Pikachu just powers you up a little bit every couple hours.
I think it's every 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, he basically he gives you the little power up, and then while you're jumping, he can encourage you.
Right.
And so, then you jump higher.
Yeah, you can beat Magikarp that are actually stronger than yours.
Just based on that.
Just with a power-up from Pikachu.
Doesn't happen every time.
Yes, it's random. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But
and Whitney swears that there's a 25%
it
increase.
Might be that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, there is?
There's a 5% one.
Yeah, that's the one I've only gotten.
Yeah,
so.
2 stars come out.
2 stars?
2 stars. It gives you a 25% increase. I've beaten some Magikarp that are much higher than mine.
Okay.
With that.
And then immediately retired on the next one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You go into the next one, and there's no way you're going to beat that Magikarp, even with a 25% increase. You're just going to get trounced.
So let's talk a little bit about the retirement phase, because that is the specific word that the game uses.
Retire. Your Magikarp literally retires.
Yeah.
It just becomes a free Magikarp to chill out.
At the end of its jumping days, it retires. So, and that occurs when you lose a jumping match.
Well, you have to lose and be as powered up as you can.
Correct. Yes.
And yes, or
or you can, if you beat an entire league, your Magikarp will immediately retire as well. So you can't go into the next league and stomp on the first couple Magikarp.
Right. You got to go from the beginning again. But that's a nice little touch, you know. You with your badge and your Magikarp
and your winning carp. Yeah, just
Even though I have 2 plain Magikarp as my winning carp.
Of course.
That's
how it works.
That is how it works. But it's nice when you get your new Magikarp. Your old Magikarp is there with a conversation.
Yes. He passes on knowledge.
Yes.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. It's one of those things you really have to see.
Yeah.
It doesn't take itself seriously at all. It's a really fun game. It's a really neat game. Everybody that I know that has gotten into it really enjoys it.
They are hardcore into it.
I mean, you don't even really need to be a Pokemon fan to enjoy it.
Not at all.
Also, so not only can you unlock power-ups, the diamonds that we were talking about earlier that you can buy with real money, you acquire them throughout the game in various ways by beating new trainers, by getting new patterns,
right?
All that kind of stuff. By doing achievements.
Yes,
there's an achievement system.
And it's nice too. It's not entirely scattered. You will consistently get achievements, but not to the point where it's like, every time I do something, I'm getting an achievement.
Right. I mean, it starts off that way.
It does.
Of course,
it
from
does.
the first level, but after that, you don't have to actively work toward them, but you can.
Yeah, but it's got a rewarding structure to it.
Yes, it does. It breaks down very well. And you get diamonds, and you can spend them on other buddies.
Right.
Spend them for decorations. Yeah. Yes, all 3 of these are buddies.
Yes, as well as the Charizard and the Pikachu.
Yes. I'm actually saving up for Rowlet right now.
And I'm saving up for Charizard,
which are both very expensive.
Charizard's 600 gems.
And, Rowlet's 450. But, with that being said, I started saving, 4 days ago.
Right.
And
you're almost there.
30 diamonds away from Rowlet, which is,
and I've been
4 good events, and I'm there.
Yeah, I've been spending gems consistently on things, and I'm still only 100 away from Charizard.
Yeah, well, that's
so it's not good. Yeah, it's not terrible at the rate in which you get gems.
Right, and everything is not cosmetic too, which is nice.
Correct.
Everything does something to embetter your future Magikarp.
Everything is working towards a much better cart at the end of the day.
I'm interested because there's leagues, just like in any Pokemon game.
Oh yeah.
I'm interested to see how long progression in the later leagues take. Because I'm only, halfway through. It's
a long road ahead.
Well, it is. But I mean, again, we've only been playing for
3 days.
Yeah, I've been playing for a week.
Right.
And you're just sitting there and you're like, let me feed my Magikarp.
Right. It's hard not to like pull it out of my pocket and play it right now while we're making this video.
I actually am very much so looking forward to finishing this video so I can train my Magikarp. Because I know I have 3 points right now.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that is Magikarp Jump in a nutshell.
Yeah.
There's secrets.
There's plenty of secrets. I unlocked one today, and it was actually interesting. It was one Cam didn't know about.
I did not.
I'm going to keep it a secret because it's a special secret.
It is done very well, though.
It is.
I did notice there's an item in your inventory that doesn't seem to do anything.
Correct.
And it makes exact sense, the secret that...
Exactly. And, it's just... There's ultimately no reason why you shouldn't pull out your phone like right now
and download
Magikarp Jump, because like we said, it's the ultimate time waster. It's a pet sim. It's fun. You're training Magikarp. Do I need to say more?
I mean, it's a fantastically made game. It's definitely worth a look. And even if it's a fad thing that goes away, I think it'll. You won't regret it.
Yeah.
You won't regret your time feeding, fake Pokemon.
Fake fish. Yeah. And it has legs. There are slots for new leagues. I'm sure they'll update it more.
Yeah, definitely.
New patterns are eligible to come in.
8 leagues?
I think there's 6 right now.
In the game.
Mm-hmm.
But at the beginning of the game, I remember them saying that there were 8 leagues.
Yeah, so there's probably they can update it with more patterns. They can update it with more leagues, more items, more support Pokemon. There's a lot of potential and it's a very meaty game. Like there's a lot in there already.
For what you would expect from a game like this. I mean, the reviews speak for themselves.
They do.
When I went to download the game, it was 5-star reviews.
Yes.
And for a game this simple, you would think somebody's going to be like, oh, this is just dumb.
Yeah, 1 star.
Yeah, but no, it's fun. It's fun.
I'm going to give it 5 Magikarp out of 5.
I don't know what that rating system means. I don't know if that's bad.
It's on a scale of Magikarp to Gyarados, so...
Is that bad?
It's good.
It's good for
very
Magikarp Jump.
Yeah, precisely. So 5 out of 5 shiny Magikarp.
Oh, wow. I'm going to give it, an Orca.
An Orca?
Magikarp.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the Orca print?
Yes.
Yes. I hadn't seen that before today.
I know. So you get the golden ones. I get the special fun ones.
There we go.
But there you go. Magikarp Jump. Tell us what you like about Magikarp Jump if you've played in the comments.
Precisely.
Or, follow us on our Twitter page.
Mm-hmm. At the Cricket Party.
At the Cricket Party.
Chirp, chirp.
And I guess we'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, we'll catch you in the next one.
All right.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to give us a like and subscribe. If you didn't like the video, the other button seems to work as well. Thanks again for watching, and we will chirp you in the next one.